If I can just have a moment of your time just to show you on a project I've been working on south of Sanctuary Hills. I have been working on a revival project at the Red Rocket station, which me and the other settlers have been calling New Red Rocket. I've added a traffic light to the front here as well as an open sign. I've also replaced the car with a blue one. At night this place is dimly lit up to not attract too much attention. Entering into the New Red Rocket from Sanctuary Hills, visitors are greeted by toilers. But they are mainly there for the settlers. The settlers are very hard-working people in this settlement. The toilets are distinguishable by male and female signs that I've placed outside of them. The main Red Rocket shop area is still used, but is largely unchanged. At the front here I have put a clothing store where new settlers can actually pick up a Red Rocket jumpsuit if they need to, or they can speak to this lady and get some different clothing. And Sheffield is in charge at New Red Rocket.
Nuka-Cola's the only thing I can drink that wakes me up. Otherwise it's all hazy.
And he works hard at Red Rocket, making sure everyone has got a task to do or a purpose to fulfill. Here we've got scavenging stations. The scavengers work very hard to make sure that the stock is full at Red Rocket so that they can build new things or repair old things. Around the back of Red Rocket here we've got a farm, and that's always manned with at least 3 or 4 people. They're always making sure that the settlement's got plenty of food and the settlers have got plenty to eat. Down here is the crafting area. I've still left the previous crafting items there, and I always make sure that the settlers have got what they need from these crafting stations. Just to the side here I've built a small power plant. Inside here are the 2 huge power generators that power this whole settlement. They are always in use, which is indicated by this red flashing light. If that ever goes out, then that means the generators are out. The whole settlement is also attached to this switch here. If we switch this switch off, the lights to the whole settlement goes off. But the generators are still active, indicated by the lights. So we'll just switch that back on now for these hard-working settlers. There we go. The Red Rocket shop has been cleared out and cleaned up. Some of the previous items have been left hanging around. The workroom, I've left it as it is with the power armor stand. I'll quickly just show you inside the workshop. I had previously cleaned this out, and everything you see here is from the hard work of the scavengers, and you can see there's some really nice items here. 150 bottle caps, they've come in from the shops in the settlement. Got 15 purified water, which has come from the water pumps. 10 adhesive, which is always useful. 58 circuitry. I can imagine that's what they found from any old cars that have been lying around here. 15 fertilizer, that comes from the Brahmin, as well as many other items you can see here, and that's only over the course of a few days. I've nicely stacked up the tyres there to make it look a bit more neater than just thrown around. There's also not much change in the shop. I've done my best to clean this room out. Some of the debris is actually welded to the floor from the heat of the atomic blast. I've added some magazines for anyone to feel free to read. Also at the back here I've tidied up the tyres, and I've also added a light to shine onto the shelves here so people can display their own trophies or trinkets that they find. Now probably one of the most important parts of the Red Rocket is this terminal here.
Take care of them barrels before you leave tonight. Inspectors are coming first thing in the morning. Just hide them with the others. We'll figure out a longer-term solution later. Hey, if nature's gonna favour us with a cave right below the shop, who am I to argue?
If you've never actually seen the cave is actually located right behind where I've built my power plant. So here I'm going to show you the final building that I've made. This is the recreational building for all the settlers. It's got a general store and a clinic just outside for any of the settlers' needs. And just in here, this is where those busy workers can rest after a long day's hard work. It's got a lovely pool table here. I've even provided a stand for the pool cues. Just here I've placed a bookshelf. This is because I can't place a wall there, but it actually makes a beautiful window for them to look out of. and sometimes they just sit on this red stool and look out into the distance. There's a spare pool cue up on the shelf and also a coffee table for them to rest their legs on while they watch television. And I'll just quickly show you how to play pool here. Just pick up the cue, you hit the white ball and you try and pop the other balls. I'm going to try to get this green one in here. Yep, there we go, getting the yellow one as I said. Just made it. I think we're going to give up pool, I'm not going to play that again. Upstairs now.
You hear about that farm run by ghouls? Isn't that something?
Yeah, it is something, it's actually my settlement. In here is where all those busy workers sleep at night. When it is night time, the downstairs lights give off a really beautiful glow from underneath. What I've had to do again at the end here, I've had to put another bookcase just to stop the settlers from wandering out and falling, because I wasn't able to actually build a wall there. Out across this bridge takes us to the roof of the new Red Rocket. From the roof you can see all around the settlement. You can see that it's protected very well by this big cannon and also by the hard-working guard at the front here. If you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up and also leave a comment below and let me know how I'm doing. Or you can even let the settlers know how they are doing at this new Red Rocket. Thank you very much for watching. More videos on the way.